Hello, I'm Nige.
I'm Anders. Welcome to the review. We're going to do two beers, put them through their paces. Nige, tell us about them.
Well, we've gone IPAs today, and American IPAs. We've got Shipyard. Yeah, Shipyard IPA coming in at 5%. And we have Aldi's American IPA.
Yeah.
No stranger to our channel, but what we wanted to do, we thought would take just your box standard Shipyard IPA, mass produced, compare it to a lower priced mass produced.
Let's see. Yeah. So let's start with Shipyard, shall we?
Yes, because that's new to us.
Yeah.
So we'll start with that. I'll just get beer can fired up.
Running. And let me tell you that Shipyard is based in Portland, Maine. And it was the brainchild of a guy who wanted to brew, wanted a business brewing. And he enlisted the help of a guy that was the head brewer for Ringwood, who moved out to Portland. Everything that Shipyard brew in the UK is brewed under license by Marston's, who actually do also brew the Aldi that we're going to do in a second.
Well, I was getting a bit of the aroma I was pouring there.
Yeah.
But when I would sniff, I'm just getting a lot of sweetness coming off in the aroma.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? I'm getting a lot of malt in there as well. I'm getting soapy malt.
Yeah, that I've got a bit of a citrus hit, but it's gone completely now.
Hey, let's go in.
Cheers.
Chin chin. Wow. Now I've drunk this before from tap.
Yeah, that's where I've mainly had it before.
And I've really, it's not a big hitter, but it's not bad. It tastes very different from the bottle.
It's a different drink, almost.
Isn't it? There's, you see, I'm getting that citrus hit you're talking about right towards the end. Middle to end, I'm getting a bit of lemon, but it's fading to lemony dishwasher soap.
It's hard. I'm kind of say something. It's hard to try to pick out the good points in this. It's
a very strange beer from the bottle. It's
got quite a lot of bitterness. It's for the ABV, it's probably a bit over bittered, I would, or perhaps.
Yeah, it's got a very dry finish, hasn't it?
Yeah, I'm getting that. It is dishwasher lemon at the end, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Lemon fresh.
It is. It's a strange one. I'm slightly not for six by this. Well, that was. I had to leave for a second. My head was exploding. This is such a strange beer, so different to what you would get from a pump. And I think you feel the same way. Is that right, Nige?
It's actually not that nice.
It's quite unpleasant.
It's as in its defense, I'm finding it less offensive as I've gone through
Yeah.
the pint, but it's still, the bitterness has subsided a little bit, or I'm getting used to it. But has been replaced by an increased soapy lemon flavour on the back end.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. The bitterness goes, and the fairy liquid.
According to the bottle, the taste is citrus fruit with grapefruit prominent. No.
Yeah, you wish. I'm not getting any grapefruit. I'm getting a big fairy liquid hit. That's the long and short of it.
Well, actually, I can probably see where the grapefruit thing's coming from, but it gets masked by the bitterness quite a bit. I suppose grapefruit is that, that bitterness with it. Yeah, I can see where they're coming from, but the soapy lemon stuff.
It's bulldozing everything around it. It really is.
I've had Shipyard in the pub quite a few times. I've had at least one good session on that in the past with a mate. Yeah. And I've quite liked it in the pub. We're going to have to do this Shipyard in a pub at some stage.
Yes, I think you might be right.
A challenge.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. We've done it with lagers, haven't we?
Yeah. So I mean,
there's just a few beers that we're not really big fans of, and perhaps try them in pub scenarios.
But I wouldn't buy this again in the bottle.
No,
I'd probably still buy it in the pub because I know what it's like in the pub.
Yeah,
but nah.
No.
Definite no from me on that one.
Well, okay, let's see this one off then.
Well, I have.
Oh, well done.
So,
and let's move on.
We've actually had this on our channel twice last year. Once,
yes, and it was an honourable mention in your year roundup, wasn't it? I think, if I remember correctly. It was.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite ones. But
we're pairing it. This is what we're doing. We're pairing with other beers to see how they fare.
Anyway, I'm gonna. Have you finished?
Yes, I have. Come on.
Right,
let's get on with it. So, like I said in the intro to Shipyard, the Aldi American IPA is brewed under license at Marston's. And it's one of those things, I think, where you go to Marston's with a recipe and they do it for you. Marston's then can't naff it all up.
I think I said this last time, but it's darker than I expected. I think I said that last time. It's quite a red amber.
Yeah.
Not getting much aroma.
Aroma's very, very, very quiet. There's not much going on there.
No, not getting much at all. Right.
Chin chin.
I'm going to go in. Cheers. Straight away, first thing came to my mind was balanced.
It is.
And it's got a nicer mouthfeel and it's balanced. There's nothing spiking.
No, there isn't. No. I'm going to be honest here. It's not as nice as I remember it to be.
No, nor me. Now, I think I know why. I bought this probably a month ago.
Me too.
And I think the longer you've got, the hoppiness goes. the aromas, because last time we had the aroma off it, but I think that sat in my shed for too long. I might have even bought that before Christmas, that one, and this is now February.
Excuse me. Yeah, that could be it, but it's not really giving me the depth and flavour that I remember.
No, nor me. But
excuse me.
But that's the. I've had this. I brewed an American IPA.
Yeah.
From scratch before Christmas, and I was aiming for 6.5%, and the yeast did a little bit more work than I thought it was going to, and it ended up at 7%, which is a bit higher than I wanted. I remember having the first bottle opened up. It was just awesome.
Yeah,
absolutely awesome. I couldn't drink much because it's 7%. I had 2 weeks later, had one. Wasn't quite as good, and it was about 4 or 5 weeks later. And now that hop hit, when I opened it up the first time, it filled the room. This time, there's no hot aroma coming off it. It lost it very, very quickly.
Okay.
I think it lasted about probably 6 weeks tops.
Okay.
It was at its best about 2 weeks after bottling. No. I met another brewer a while ago. He'd never done brew kits. He'd always done it from scratch. And he says, what I can't do, I can't get my beer to have that hoppy aroma. It won't last.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
It goes after 4 weeks. Every time he says, how did the mainstream brewers do it? And I think it's just volume, and they're selling it.
Yeah. And it's not hanging around long.
Although it's got a sell-by date on it, yeah.
We've done this in the past. So I know with smaller breweries, it's an even bigger problem, isn't it? Because small breweries don't have that turnover and
bad
yeah
IPAs from these small microbreweries, because they've brewed it and it's probably been awesome for the first 4 weeks, and you bought it 6 months down the line and it's just bitter and sweet.
Yeah.
Now, which might have been the Shipyard's problem as well, because I haven't had that one as long in the shed as the older one.
I think I bought them around the same sort of time, so and quite a while ago too. So yes, pre-Christmas, that might well be the issue.
Now I think my Aldi one was part of my Christmas stash I'd got, and that was left over. So while we're doing that, I'll put that to one side. But the Shipyard I bought a bit closer to time. But having said that, back to the beer.
Yeah,
it's still quite balanced and it's not offensive, and I'm enjoying it compared with the Shipyard. This is drinkable.
It is, and like you say, it's well balanced. And I think the further I've got into it, the more pleasant it's become. It's still not as nice as I remember it, but
no, it hasn't got that wow factor.
No. Huge break there. I think this beer was infected by the Shipyard that preceded it.
Your palate hadn't been cleansed properly.
It hadn't been, no. As Nigel said earlier, it's so well balanced. And the further I've got down this pint, the better it's become. I still don't think it's been what we've had in the past, but
no, it's not as good. But I'm enjoying it more as I'm going down.
Yeah,
and it's light years ahead of the Shipyard in the bottle,
infinitely so. Yeah, the Shipyard flavors there were very, very chemically.
It didn't work. Didn't work.
work.
No,
Whereas,
but I mean, what's that? America, the Aldi one is about £1.9p or something like that.
yeah,
The Shipyard's 150, 60.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So,
just a no-brainer.
yeah, people, if you want to make a decision over which one to have, you can do one of two things: take our word for it, or try it yourself. But you know,
We've
we'll do
done
the work for you. We'll do the work for you. So I think, yes, the Harper's American IPA from Aldi, infinitely better. Would you agree?
Yeah, and just top tip, you buy it, drink it really quickly, straight away, because
Yeah.
it's more like even better.
Indeed. Right.
Yeah.
So let's leave it there. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.
Goodbye.